Merry Christmas. This is the Dave Show. Might as well just get right to it. Do it. Push it in the bush. Oh, not to bring up the bush, but push in the bush. Let's go. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Here's the bumper. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dave MacDowell Show. Coming live from Hollywood, California, Studio City. This week we answer the question, pardon me boys, is that the Chattanooga Choo-Choo? We defecate in the company coffee pot, and we ask questions about licking windows and the recipe that you only make when you're on your periods. So ladies and gentlemen, it's the Dave MacDowell Show. All right. Ladies and germs, it's 5:05 on a nice, rainy Wednesday afternoon here. Everything's 5-5. I can see you clear. This is the Dave Show. My voice sucks, but if you can make it through this, God bless. If not, hey, just turn the audio off. Let's paint. Yeah, what we're painting here is Hillary up in the polls, being the corporate monster that she is. I was invited into a Krampus show. I don't know if you dig Krampus. Kind of reminds me of crampons, man-pons. If you have a lamb menstruating, it's good to have a lamb pond. So it's in San Fran. It's a pretty big gallery, I think. So I said yes and painted this in 2 days because I'm leaving back to Virginia to see my kids on Friday, and so had to get it done, frame it up later, send it. The post office is closed today because of something about a bush or some shit. But, yep, there's Hillary. She's up in the polls. She's the Trampus. She's a tramp. She's like Lady and the Tramp, but she's the tramp, though. She's being a pole dancer. Did you ever know a pole dancer? People who had a pole in their fucking living room. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I think people who do that are doo-doo, maybe. Or they're doing it, you know. It's kind of conflated with like hoes, like people would call them hoes. I'm not judging whatsoever, but Hillary is like a hoe, really. She's like a corporate hoe. Her paid speeches throughout the world, everybody just throwing money at her. She's jiggling around. Do the Hillary, spaz, fucking convulse in horror. But that's who she is. Manically paggish, rodeo clown, Ted Baxter, sock puppet, loquacious media whore, the penultimate lying poppycock liar, the ultimate generational thorn in our fucking side that we just won't go away. It will not go. It won't stop. Stop it, Hillary. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're paying. I start with the face, flesh colors, move up to that hair. It's just purple and yellow. Saved orange Trump for last. I don't know if it's looking right, but it is. It looks all right, man. There's good things to it. It's one of those things that you paint it, you just spend fucking 18 hours on in 2 days. And then you look at it once it's done, and it's got to be done, and you really don't know what the hell you're looking at. And if you send it somewhere, and then so in other words, you only looked at it for like an hour once it was done, and then you never see it again, ever, unless someone sends it back to you to do touch-ups, or all you have is that image in your mind if you didn't get a good pic of it or whatever. But, yeah, fuck these guys. All right, I think it's Q&A time. We got that? We're gonna do Q&A? All right. Well, it's Q&A time. You know what happens during Q&A time, right? This happens. Yeah, it's Q&A time. Chant it. Chant Q&A. 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 All right. Yeah, it's fucking Q&A time. Teenage Frankenstein says, greetings from Norway, David. How much when do you stop do you painting? How much when do you stop painting? When do I know when to stop painting? That's a good question. When it's done, you got to give yourself a time limit. Say this is an hour study. I'll put 2 days into this. I'll put 3 days into this. How much when do you stop painting? How much? I don't know. I guess, what do you do when you paint? You know, do you set a standard? Do you do it fucked up? Do you smoke and get all blazed out and fucking start painting? Like, yeah, dude, let's get fucked up and paint. I think Ernest Hemingway once said, write drunk, but edit sober. So that's a good thing to do. If you do that, I say do. If you getting blazed out and painting, always return to it sober and touch up whatever the fuck you thought you were doing. Sometimes you get lucky, you hit the marks and shit first time out, but hey man, there's certain shit you can't do when your mind is in that status or whatever. I think the mind just lingers too long on one thing. I think when you're sober, you're just gliding through life, making certain decisions, following through. But if you're a wastoid, you're kind of like, ooh, tree. That's a tall tree. Look at the leaves. Maybe I see a face in the leaves. Oh, I don't know. Pop Fizzy Pants says, hey Dave, I always wondered what song are you afraid to admit you love? There's a lot of them. I'm not afraid to admit anything at all. I mean, I think, there's certain things you keep to yourself that no one really cares about, like boogers or poop or whatever. But, I admit I like Barry Manilow and the Carpenters, because the Carpenters sound like a fucking funeral dirge. That's what you want to hear at a funeral and shit, is, Olivia Newton-John rocks, I think, but if she wasn't so pretty, do you think anyone would give a shit about her? Look at the back in the day, man, like, it's like, oh wow, look at that, but really, there's just, like, a robotic thing to her. Like, did she ever have to try or something? Or, I mean, is she more than just a pretty face? Do you think she's a genius? I don't think so. I'm sorry if you're listening, Olivia Newton-John, I love you, but I think you're probably not, you know what I mean? You're pretty smart. You learn your lines and where to stand and shit. If someone's telling you what to say, you'll fucking say it. She's just going along with it, I think. Olivia, if you're listening, turn this part off. I think she's just going along with it. Do you think she's a cokehead? I think she's a fucking cokehead. I think Olivia Newton-John is a fucking cokehead. There, I'll say it. Look at her fucking eyes. Like when she sees Danny and shit for the first time. Oh, Danny. Oh, her eyes are all fucking... It's like a medical condition, And do you think Xanadu was a sober decision or a fucking coked out Look at the movie Xanadu. If that doesn't have cocaine written all over it, there's cartoons flying out of people's butts, there's the musical numbers and shit. Come on, what's the deal with musical numbers? Anyway, Bitch United XTC says, what is your catchphrase? You asked me that. I wrote that down. I didn't give it much thought. I don't have a catchphrase. I think people with catchphrases just are pompous, or they're doing. I'd have a catchphrase if I was a stand-up comedian or something to get the audience going, like bada bing, bada boom, or hey, I'm Fonzie, hey, or Andrew Dice Clay, whatever the fuck he would say. I know people with who say the same things over and over that it becomes tedium, like fuck it, tears in a bucket. It's like, okay, cool, you can say that once, it's kind of cute, but if you say that fucking more than twice a week, fuck you. Another one, Muller time. Like everyone is Muller time. Oh, Muller time. Stop it with the fucking Mueller time, please. You've been saying that for 2 years now. Oh, activate Mueller. Yeah, my boy Mueller. Everyone's fucking loving Mueller. That's bullshit. Mueller's a fucking Frankenstein. Other catchphrase are people who say, oh, you Dave MacDowell'd it, or you Olivia Newton-John the shit out of that pile of coke, or Mr. McFeely, have a McFeely holiday. Everything is, he injects his own name into shit, which is not necessary, or Bob Ross, happy trees. Like, you always say happy trees. What the fuck does that mean, happy trees? Bob Ross, I think that he's rolling in his grave because they've branded every fucking thing that he ever touched. They sell his paint pads, paint paper, paintbrush, 50 different paintbrushes, 50 different colors that he ever fucking saw. If his family's making money from it and shit, that's cool. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Just fucking pick the guy's fucking corpse apart in a billion ways, Just buy cheap shit. That's what I could say. You're paying for the name. Really. Just buy cheap shit and experiment. You don't need to go too crazy, But there's certain people who have to have, the next, I buy only the name brands, like Tampons. I don't use that generic shit, Only Tampons from me, And then they use it for everything, like cleaning the windows, washing their dishes because they love it. And, they put it under their arms when they go jogging and shit. Dope Fiend Massacre #1 says, I just started a Patreon account to promote my firearm safety channel. YouTube, you should open a Patreon account. I think you'd do well. Well, thank you, Dope Fiend Massacre. I'm working on that. Kind of. I already kind of started it, but just let it go. Stick with what you're good at and shit, or stick with what you think you're good at. I'll put it that way. It's hard. I think it's hard to get that. Maybe it's easier. I don't know. I just feel like I'm walking into unruly territory. I used to be against corporate whores, but now that I've been fucking poor for so long, I think I just might do it. I'm not saying take the cock. I'm not taking the cock of corporate America. I'm not bending over for anybody. I used to think, yeah, look at her, cocksucker. Look at her. Whose cock are they sucking? Look at her bending over, accepting the fucking corporate dick. But you don't have to look at it that way, though. We're all independent people. I run a business. I sell things. I barter. I don't really trade stuff. Hey, let's trade. And they got some piece of shit. And you're like, I don't know, man. Is it an equal trade? And then you can't say, is it a fair trade? Whatever. Let's trade wives, and your wife's a fucking scumbag, I don't think so. Maybe I'll work on it. If you asked me to trade before and I'm like, not just right yet, That would be an indicator. So you gotta be nice. You gotta be nice to people, you know. You gotta stick a banana up your butt in order to warm up your food and shit. Well, you don't really have to. Softly Whispering Bell says, I like to paint Indian style. How about you? And I can't. I don't think I could fucking sit Indian style. What is Indian style? Isn't that? Oh, that's kind of racist, isn't it? You know, unless you're an Indian, of course. But no Indian style. No. I remember some dude telling a story about like some Hollywood type dude. You know, not really though. A normal, down to earth writer or something was like, yeah, me and my wife were at a party and Rachel Maddow was there. We were doing like a press junket on a boat, and Rachel Maddow was there. This was back in the day, and like Roger Ailes was there, some media junket shit, and she was sitting there like kind of stoned out of her mind, and she was always sitting Indian style. Everyone's sitting up in their chairs, but she had to sit in the middle doing Indian style. Like, what is that? She's obviously trying to be cool. Like, I'm hip. I sit Indian style. I'm free. I'm natural or some shit. Whatever that means. It's like the person who sits on beanbags smoking pot with black lights and shit, you know? It's like, kind of grow up, you know? This isn't an episode of Zoom or, hey, let's sit Indian style at the smoking area and rap about boys and shit. No, we don't do that shit here. I think we're doing pretty good though, man. I think it's time for, I think we're all out of questions. Thank you for all your questions. You guys fucking rock. I think we're going to get to happy news right now. Is there any happy news? Let's play the bumper for that. Happy news. News that'll make you happy. What makes you happy? What will it take to make you happy? Happy news? All right, here's happy news. All right. Yeah, you know what? If you're never happy, neither am I. Let's put it like that. We are imano. We look into each other's fucking eyes, all right? We are one. We are a symbiotic organism that works in unison with no one. No one likes us. We're freaks. But certain things we do see eye to eye on, you know. Even if your eyes are completely red, you need some Visine or everybody's going to know. This is happy news, so let's keep it happy. Even if you were born with a shitty name, maybe your last name is okay. You know what I mean? You gotta look at the bright side of shit. Yeah, everything's fucked up. Don't worry. You're not the only one. This entire system is fucking broken. Don't have faith in it. It's not you. Trust me. It's the system. You know what? One thing that makes me happy, this isn't really new, well, it was in the news, and I read the news today, oh boy, you know, Bill Clinton sitting there at Bush's funeral, you know, looking at things with different eyes, seeing eye to eye, looking at him with different eyes kind of now. That guy is the creepiest motherfucker ever on this. Like yesterday, he made it. Yeah, he was. Maybe today there's a new creepy motherfucker trophy someone gets, but he won the fucking Oscar yesterday because he's just like, he looks stoned as fuck. He was just like, and he had his mouth closed. Usually it's like hanging open, drooling all over the fucking place, like yeah, hickey pillary Billy, fucking the Gorky and shit. But no, he looked, you know, fucked up. You know, I think he stole the show. And Hillary, they were just miserable. Remember at John McStain's funeral, they were fucking handing out candy or cyanide pills or baby parts amongst themselves. Like, we're the fucking powerful. How many people did you kill, Bill? I killed 40,000 in Libya. Well, I got you beat. I got blood on my hand. I just killed a little African kid this morning. He really hit the spot, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, they're sitting there like a cabal of dangerous fucking people. Dangerous. Or nice people. You know, everyone will cry when they die and shit. Which is weird. I think it's manipulated. I don't think they really care. Look, when Bush was in office, they just shit on the fucking guy. Now he's a hero. I mean, look, let's stop the bullshit and look at what he did. Don't Google it. Maybe use DuckDuckGo or some shit. Because there's libraries of information of bullshit that this guy was involved with, had his fingerprints all over. Look into his family, look into his father, see what his father might have done. You know, you think George Soros makes George Soros look like fucking Edith Bunker and shit. But, yeah, you know, so that's happy. You know, any other happy, but there's lots of happy. I hope you're having a happy and you're having a nappy and some no crappies, just happy. All right, I think it's time for a preview of next week's show. Can we play that?
My name's DJ.
What do you say, Chris?
Don't you lose these for your butt.
Got to what?
Don't you lose these for your butt.
What do you mean?
Do you lose these for your butt? At the old house, our old house, don't you?
No, put them back.
I saw you the other day. The long time ago days. You do lose it sometimes. The other days. So you still want a pack of them?
Put it back.
Yeah, I like that. Man, next week's show, I don't even know if I could fucking top this week's show. Next week's show looks fucking awesome. My fellow time travelers who hasn't really got to next week yet. But yeah, that's, you know, it looks pretty good. You know, be that kid. Don't be a fucking clown. Be ask questions. Was he asking that question out of being a nice person and was confused why his mother was confused? Maybe he felt like he was touching something he shouldn't have been touching and asking, like, why can't I fucking touch this? I mean, don't you think she overreacted a little bit? He could do whatever he would. Come on. Within reason. He's only holding an item that they sell at the supermarkets. What is implied here? I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure what's implied here. I wasn't born yesterday. Or maybe I was born yesterday. Maybe I'll be born later. Who knows? So how's the painting looking? I don't know. I like it. I think I'm just going for color, spectacle. Could have got more bright with the neon crap or whatever, but it looks good. I think I like it. It's a good effect. Just another fucking weapon in your bag of hammers and poison and nooses and that shit. Yeah, I know you got one. I know you keep a gun fucking loaded by the door waiting for me to knock and shit. I'm on to your shit. I know what's going on. I know about all the people you killed that are buried in your backyard and shit. Don't give me that babe in the woods routine. You sold drugs. I know you did. You know what I mean? Don't fucking lie to me, alright? I know what you did last summer and shit. I saw you, you know. You were watching that movie Frozen and shit. You know, you're an adult and and I saw you. I was peeking in your windows. Do you want to build a snowman? No, I do not want to build a snowman. You know, peekaboo, I see you. I know what you do. Like what you do behind closed doors and shit. Like what you do with the monkey. You know, you got a big ass orangutan. What do you do with that monkey, right? Did you ever spank the monkey? Why would you spank the monkey? Who the fuck spanks monkeys? There are people who do that, though. Spanking monks, spanking animals. They didn't mean, you know what I mean? They didn't mean it. Like, the monkey ripped off your neighbor's face because you had a different hairstyle. It got confused, you know what I mean? I remember having a conversation once with an artist friend of mine, and there was this one girl. I won't get into it. It's not you, probably. Or it might be if I describe it properly. There was this one girl who painted like girls that looked like her, and she was really pretty and stuff, but it's like maybe it's a habit that you keep painting people who look like you, like that's your vision of beauty, and so you will keep painting yourself because you don't know you're painting yourself, though. And I think that was that. So I'm like talking to him about that, and I'm like, yeah, she needs to, oh my God, she's doing so much better lately because she hasn't been painting herself so much. And it's like, you know what? I really hope for her. I hope a monkey rips her fucking face off so she can fucking see the real world instead of it homogenized through her fucking lens crafted pearly rosy ass world, you know. Grow the fuck up. Stop painting yourself. You know, a monkey would rip her fucking face off. She'd have empty eye sockets. You know, you've seen the gutted out monkey victim on Oprah, Harpo and shit. It's like, I forgive the monkey, though. And, you know, I went over the house and it was bullshit. The monkey started, and I'm like, I know you. Jimmy, calm down, Jimmy. And Jimmy bit off my genitals. That's what they do. They go right for the genitals. Maybe it's the tastiest part or something. I don't know. You'd have to ask a monkey. I will, dude, because there's monkeys that can talk and shit. Did you ever see Planet of the Apes? That's real now, but they do sign language. I'd be like, learn sign language and ask or bring an interpreter. I ain't really got time to learn anything. I'm busy. But I'd bring someone who knows sign language and be like, what the fuck is it? What did they say? What did the monkey say, you know? You know, because you always want to know what monkeys say, what they're thinking, you know. There's something deep within us, like a child would think that monkeys do have an intelligence beyond us, maybe, like Planet of the Apes. I mean, is that one of our biggest fears, that monkeys are, like, smarter than us? Maybe they are. Maybe maybe peanut butter is smart or has an intelligence. I don't fucking know. I'll leave that one up to the geniuses or whatever. But, yeah, you know, monkeying around and all that. You can't say monkeying around anymore. You can't say a lot of things anymore. You can't say, like, I think PETA put out some like lists saying of things you can't say, like that against animals, you know. So it's like, don't say monkeying around, say fooling around. Don't say, you know, horse face jackass. Say like ugly person. Don't say doggone it. Say golly geez, you know. Anyway, don't tell me how to fucking swear. Don't tell me how to talk. I'll call you what I don't have nicknames for people. Like, I had nicknames. Like, there are friends who have nicknames when you're young and shit. You kind of let go of that shit, though, right? I mean, Trump does it. It's like, oh, it's crying Ted, and, you know, it's kind of funny and shit. It's like a bully, school ground. I love bullies in the movies, you know. But, yeah, why would you, like, Brett Kavanaugh's friends, Skippy, you know, lifting weights down in his dad's basement, drinking beers with Skippy, and Rat-Face Karen, Todd William III, Mr. Gravels, whatever the fucking Teddy Pendrix, whatever the fuck your name is, you know. You know, your real name is Thurston Preston's but yet we call you Slappy, you know. And then when you're old and you're getting off the subway, someone screams, "Yo, Slappy!" And you're like, turn around, and they're calling someone else Slappy. It's not you. And then you're like disappointed, like, shit. I let them call me Slappy this whole time, and I can't embrace it. And then you go home and cut Slappy in your arm with a butcher knife, you know, and don't let anyone see it. But every time you think of Slappy, you touch that part, the pain, and you're just like, oh, Slappy. Okay. So that was this week's show. I think we did pretty good. I think we learned something. We learned multiple things today. Don't do a show when you're a horse tooth jackass, but I did it anyway there, and I'm gonna do it again, I promise. Yeah, we learned that, and we learned it's good to learn. It's good to keep your thinking cap on, you know. It's good to keep your tampon on, you know, tamp on, tamp off, you know. It's good. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing, you know. Everything's good if you look at it, you know, wrongly. So yeah, show's over. You know, don't be sad. Just like, share, subscribe. In the comment section below, you can ask questions that I'll answer next week. And you know, show topics are welcome. If you want me to talk about, discuss, wax, film, critique, whatever you want me to do, I'll probably fucking do it like a trained monk, organ grinding monkey. I don't know why you grind an organ, but that's what she said. Alrighty then. Good times. Alright, peace. Love you. Bye. Till next week. Oh yeah, one more thing. Before you go, hey, just to catch you on the way out, here you forgot your fucking ham leftovers or whatever. Oh, it would have sucked to get home without that, right? Yeah, I wanted to remind you that I won't be here next week. I'll be with my kids. We'll be rocking out, you know, jamming, you know, like Led Zeppelin and rock and roll and playing frisbee and freezing my ass off because it's in Virginia. But you got to do what you got to do. It's going to be a good time. But I won't see you next week. You know, hey, don't worry, buckaroo. You know, don't you hate people who say buckaroo and buckle up, buttercup, and all that shit? I hate people like that who say that shit. Listen, if you do say it, I'm not talking about you, though. Yeah, so next week, we'll take a break, and then we'll be back for Christmas, or, I don't know, when I get back, we'll get back to pain, I'm sure. Back to work, back to reality. All right, love you. See you soon. Merry Christmas almost. I'll see you before Christmas. All right, peace.